game over on the blue side, while we do have Volpro on the bottom side, purple/red side. And jumping back to live, getting everything in right now. Nubius, what do we see in the level 1? What is the strategy for both teams?
Lyon is doing the same thing they did last game. They're all grouping up in a tri-bush in the or not a tri-bush, but a bush on the river, and looking to run in potentially as 5. But they opted to not do that last game. Maybe they're just simply waiting for Lolpro to pull a move and try to catch them out unaware. But at this point in time, I don't think it's going to be terribly effective. We do see Lolpro kind of doing, if anyone ever played Counter-Strike, what was called in Dust 2 an around the world strategy. We just kind of run all around the map, hopefully trying to catch maybe one person off guard, and then in turn trying to take a base. But instead, Lolpro laying out a couple early wards, no pink wards yet though.
Oh, they're gonna pick up the Haunter now. Lolpro actually grouped up together, double ward. Oh my! And unfortunately, Lolpro actually gonna clear that one up with the sweeper coming out from Annie. Their problem coming out from Low Valley, and everything else of Lolpro still gonna poke it. We see the bottom lane of Line Game actually over top. We suggested that they could have done a 2v1. No, they're actually going for a 2v2 top lane as Low Valley and LOD already positioned in over top lane.
Alright, so the 2v1 was already given away, so LOD and Low Pally are going to be primed and ready, but the only thing is, got a somewhat of a mirror match. Sona and Good Poke up against kind of all-in slash pokey early game AD with an all-in Annie. It's going to be a little bit tough to duke this one out, because we've just seen how strong a Sona really can be, especially when you have an AD that has significant range.
Yeah, Seiya is just going to poke it in whatever he can, and he needs to own up this early game. We were alluding to this earlier. Tristana, late game monster, and LD has some late game pockets going to be coming into play, so he'll try to just keep it up in damage. Porky and Haunter over bottom lane. Not surprised to see the top lane go bottom, the bottom lane go top, and they are rising to the top right now. For Line Gaming, poking away, but LOH playing that pretty well. Gonna poke out Seiya. We'll put it under 3/4 health at the moment.
I want to give a slight spoiler alert. Bird, you had made mention of a potential Trinity Force Malphite. Haunter did go attack damage runes as well as attack damage oriented masteries. He still went down the defensive tree, but he has a build of what would be indicative of a Trinity Force Malphite.
Uh-oh. Haunter is going to try to do tons of damage to Porky. Porky at level 3 at the moment though, just pushing in. And it's one of those things about Malphite. Hotshot GG said it best. He's going to lose lane quite a bit more often than he can win it, so Malphite is going to just farm it up whenever he can. The 12 on the CS score though. He's doing a pretty good job. As we do see the first kick, Heaven Time going to knock up on the Nurzel. Diak going to try to come in for the counter kick, but LG going to be able to first one. Nope, it's the LOH going to pick up the first blood. Heaven Time going to get taken out. Diak going to double refresh on the double buffs, and oof, that's not going to be too good for Heaven Time at the moment. But 1-for-1 in the trades. Lolpro actually come down on that one, even though they picked up the first blood before 4 minutes. It goes on to the support, so Lolpally going to be picked up that first bit of gold.
Alright, but Diak, he may be looking for a dive because stun is not yet charged and now back up. One more ability for Annie, but all that will take is one disintegrate into an incinerate. You can have an AoE stun under the tower. Gotta play this one very carefully, Diak.
Oh, Theak just gonna go burst right in, has double buffs. Yuri gonna get up as well, and we're gonna see the cleanup coming out from Seiya. Now we're gonna see Heaven Time jump right in, flash right out. Yuri with the dash coming into play, still be able to back away everybody, and great successful dive coming out from Lion Gaming over at the top lane.
So Uri coming out of nowhere, picking up an assist, but at the same time, can't let Nijaki farm. He's already pulled ahead by 9. Grabbing a Tear of the Goddess, so he's just looking to stay safe and farm, build that Tear of the Goddess, work towards the late game, because with a team that's so heavily invested in physical damage right now, pretty much all Pro has to do is wait. As long as they can stall out the pushes, make sure that Lion doesn't get too much of a lead. At the moment, they are sitting on a 300 gold lead. Not terrible loss, but Pro does need to play this fairly carefully.
And we saw this last game as well. Pro didn't have the best of early games at mid and top, and bottom lane kind of carried that one out while the mid game came to play. Jackie was a farm beast. LD had a lot of damage as well, and well, the story has ended the way it went. We did have that first game go to Volpro, And we'll see if they can get away from this early game dominance that, well, Lion's pushing on right now. Yeah, gonna try to come in for the counter gank. We're gonna see if LOD can get out alive. They're still gonna get some damage on. And everybody else just backing away from this one. No clear gank exactly hidden.
Alright, so it appears that Yuri was spotted out, or at least they knew that Yuri was hanging around by the red buff of Law Pro. So Nijaki pushing lane up once more. Yuri not going to let that creep fall into his tower, or at least going to make his best effort to not allow that happen, but is going to lose at least one farm to that tower, so mission accomplished by Nijaki. And while this is all occurring, we are getting close to the respawn of the second set of buffs. Take another 40 seconds or so for those blue and red buffs to come back up, because I do believe the Thyak started at red. So blue and red should be respawning between Lyon and LoL Pro momentarily, and when that does happen, I would not be so shocked if we see Heaven Time maybe try to make a move onto that dragon.
Yeah, especially with Porky pushing all the way into the turret of Hanser at the moment. We have everybody just grouping in. Just wanted to go back onto a point you were talking about in game number 1. 2 pink ward brushes still being active, actually just one of them right now, but LoL Pro still having that vision control and noted out. There's 2 ganks that were going to happen in Uri and also Thyak. Just got saw on by those wards.
Ooh, Lyon, they are on top of these buff respawn timers. Porky and Thyak immediately going to snag away this blue. I don't even know if Heaven Time is prepared for it. There were no wards really to spawn it out because, like you were mentioning, the Dragon side pink bush does not have its typical pink ward in there. So it's going to be a very easy steal. The buff is also going to be cleared out. So Lyon going to have pretty easy timing on that one. Oh no, Heaven Time, you got spotted out by that pink ward in the plantain bush and you didn't even know.
Heaven Time is just going to actually just sit there for a little bit. Is he going to still go in? Ner'Zhul's actually still poking away at him at there. And he's going to just back away from it, no problem. And yeah, the vision wars are pretty big. And the game just went on to another level. The banana bush, or plantain bush as you coined it, gonna be warded out now. And yeah, they're trying to find the ward. Not finding anything over there. Seiya's taking a lot of damage from LOD. Does have the level advantage, poking it in onto Seiya. Plus Seiya's trying to resustain up. And especially when there's still area perseverance coming in, pokes are just gonna go down to LOD. And now LOD's in a little bit of trouble. Has to back away from this one. And if Seiya can actually poke out LD from the lane, that's going to be a big level discrepancy. But LD could pick up a level 6, and we're going to see
we're looking for a fight.
Coming in from both junglers. Heaven Time going to use first one spotted, going to get the knockup. No, he doesn't get the flag toss connection. And Ner'Zhul and Seiya just going to keep on poking it in. Yeah, going to come off on the side, and I think LOD might be in trouble.
Heaven Time doesn't have the mana to fight, and now nor the health, so simply the presence of Thyak should be enough to allow the 3 members from Lyon Gaming to push this tower in. Just a matter of, is Thyak going to hang around, or is he going to try to contest that red buff of Heaven Time? Because Heaven Time was spotted without any buffs, so Thyak should know that Jarvan might be making his way over there. It seems like Thyak is going to head in that direction, but not going to try to take the buff away. I'm very surprised. First tower going to go in favor of Lyon Gaming, pushing their gold lead to about 1,500. And we saw this last game as well. It's just a matter of, will Lyon be able to hold on to it this time?
Yeah, the strategy is try to get down the carriers and make sure they kill them all a lot faster than last time. Heaven Time and Hanser will try to peel, make that peel happen, especially with Hanser coming in as the split pushing beast. Also with the teleport, going to be able to just, well, get into the lead whenever they can. Yeah, going to get hit by the Mega Burner Bomb. Nothing going to be happening from that. Should be enough. Yeah, going to be taking that one away. Now they're a little bit caught inside the bush. Lyon Gaming is actually just going to flash away. And, well, Broken Wings out of that one, no problem. Great job by Lyon picking up the first dragon in the game. 10 minutes in.
It's a pretty big thing that they had 3 champions in that dragon pit that could all leap over walls. If that wasn't the case, there would have been at least one very easy pickoff. Now, Jackie, even though he's low on mana, he can still dish out pretty decent damage. The 2 out of the 3 in the dragon pit were around half health because they were kind of trading off dragon aggro. But now both AD carriers are going to swap down to the bottom lane, and this could be a little bit tricky. Law Pro did spot the dragon going down, so the swap is not going to mitigate the dragon pressure that Lion Gaming did just have, because as we just saw, the dragon is not there anymore.
Yep, and Jackie without mana is not going to really do anything else over there. You're going to be able to push someone up, and Porky now tied up in the CS, pretty much 85 to 82 at the moment. Has some taking that's coming out from Haunter. Probably going to pick it up the Sunfire Cape first, as we do see the Tiamat. He is just going aggression galore for Porky over at the top.
Well, the thing is, Haunter is not really trained on much melee damage at all. He has no magic penetration. Second tower going to go the way of Lion Gaming. No magic penetration on Haunter, and at the same time, he looks like he's leaning towards a Sunfire Cape. And Porky has seen the damage that Haunter can do, so he's not threatened by it. So a simple Negatron Cloak with a Tiamat is really all he's going to be required to do a toe-to-toe
Well,
with
going
him.
to catch up on the Nozzle, going to have the Crescendo go down by head time with the dunk. And just slam it in onto the Nozzle. And Seiya's going to back away from this one. Great little bush kick. Unfortunately, only picking up one, but now they're going to pick up on the Seiya. We do have some damage coming out of the Fiak as well. Seiya's going to be the first one they're talking to. Gonna hit the ace in the hole, but is LD going to be pick up the first one? Yeah, Fiak actually bouncing away from the Mega Inverter Bomb, and Uri going to be backing up that Spider Lady.
And Uri is in the same situation as last time. He's on a somewhat snowbally champ, and he's already behind by 20 farm. The only component that we're missing is him picking up a triple kill. Is he gonna try to go for something right now? Just hitting level 9, clearly does not have that rank 2 win slash power spike, but he might be going for something, considering Nezra's right here, ready and waiting, but Crescendo is not up.
Yeah, Crescendo was used to back away, and now Porky gonna try to dive in. Couldn't get the stun down. Actually, he just put it on right now. Now gonna take a ton of damage. Gonna get posted in. Uri gonna try to do something with that, but the Wind Slash is not gonna be enough. And it's gonna be Haunter actually gonna get denied hidden. No, he's gonna hit up with that Unstoppable Force. Every time they're gonna need to poke away. They're still gonna pick up one kill. As we do see Jackie and Haunter going back away from this one. Tier 1 gonna be contested now. LG gonna try to come back in the fray, but everybody at full pro pretty low at the moment.
So that was a 1-for-1, Flesh and Unstoppable Force being blown by Haunter. Now Jackie cannot clear these waves anymore, too low on mana, but the stuns from Low Pally, just too much. It's enough of a deterrent to keep them from going hard on Jackie.
Well, that, and also I think Fiak went to visit another blue buff. Yes, he took that one away, so I think Lopro knows that the blue buff was taken away, so at least they have that kind of inkling. But unfortunately, another blue buff denied for Jackie off on that one.
Yeah, I think, Flash Tiber's coming in from Low Pally.
Deletion gonna be achieved by LOD. Can use the butt shot, gonna rock it in, and make sure that LOH didn't wearing out that flash unnecessarily.
Alright, so a second kill going on to LOD. Now it's just a matter of time. We see LOD once again going for a very fast Infinity Edge, and it was super effective on his Jinx last game. Managed to pick up crit after crit in the middle of those mid-game team fights. I'm just wondering, is he going the route of rapid fire? He actually picked up 4 points in explosive shot. It's great for wave clear, at the same time great for harass. Denying far, missing the explosive shot though onto Seiya.
Yeah, Seiya's gonna have help from Thiak as well, and LND is totally dead. If he had explosive shot on, I don't think Seiya would have been dead either, because the barrier was showed out and popped up as well. But yeah, a little too aggressive LD right there. Just a little bit too aggressive.
And at the same time, Buster Shot wasn't off cooldown either. It's just returning now, while LOD is sitting in the graveyard contemplating his bad decisions. But Ziggs, Nia Jackie making up for the blue buff that he's missing by picking up an Archangel Staff. Dragon coming up in 1 minute. But that Archangel Staff, he's picking that up for more or less for a slight little AP spike at the same time for that Seraph's Embrace shield, so he can try to survive the burst from Uri. But remember, the Wind Slash from Riven that Yuri's playing, it scales off of missing health. Even though Nia Jackie might be able to proc a shield on that, the damage that the Wind Slash could do, if Nia Jackie gets him low enough, might just be enough for anyone else to clean up the kill, especially with the likes of Ace in the Hole coming out from Seiya.
And yeah, Seiya's going to try to keep up the damage onto Jackie, make sure that he can get low enough so the cleanup can come in from Uri. But we have the defense coming in from Lopro. Heaven Time and Haunter doing a really good job. Sunfire Cape and all. Quickly gonna miss off from Thiak, but Sunfire Cape and the Spirit of Ancient Gold, I'm gonna be rocking in for the take line. So again, we're playing this same game that we saw in game number one, except for Jackie's already expecting it. He didn't go for an early game aggressive build, he went super late. And now with the Archangel staff almost being a Seraph's Embrace in just a little bit, going to keep up peltering damage even more so in this mid game go.
Alright, so we do have Sight Stones and rank 2 Ancient Coins completed on both our supports. Big difference though, Ner'zhul having Boots of Mobility, allowing him to come from behind and fight some land those crescendos, which we might have in the jungle right now.
Oh, the crescendo would have been enough, but the startup was right there. And now we do see the Malphite going to be teleporting out. Porky not going to dive right back at. Yuri going to try to get in the backline. There's Ner'zhul going to be taking on the first trail, sailing away for Heaven Time, taking away the kill. Jackie going to get in. Crescendo going to be miraculous on that one. Fiat going to be picked up, and the cleanup coming up from Lyon Gaming. 4 for 0. It's going to be a dragon to boot. And very, very well played team fight coming out from Lyon.
Alright, so Lyon, I think they realized their mistakes of the last game and are making it up in spades. Once again, sitting on a 5,000 gold lead. I believe that's their second dragon of the game. Thiak has had complete domination over Heaven Time's jungle. That red buff is still there. I don't think Heaven Time's picked it up since his first one.
No, definitely not. And definitely good stuff coming out from Lyon. They played on the North American aggression again, like you were talking about. We went to teleport in with Volpro, and yeah, they went a little too ham and to try and dive in. Heaven Time, a little split off from the group, and good job from Lyon noticing that and just dismantling the whole team.
Alright, now the big issue is at this point in time, we have an Elise. Even though only 39 farm, 3 kills, 0 deaths, 5 assists, and it's starting to show. Building towards an Aegis of the Legion, Sorcerer's Shoes are completed. Might like to see a little bit more damage because a jungler, anyone that picks up a bunch of kills, especially early on, damage will be more beneficial for your team than some passive tankiness, because Elise is actually fairly ahead of Heaven Time in level. Let's see, Heaven Time just hit level 9, whereas Thaik is just past the threshold to level 10, so a full level ahead. And the level difference does make a pretty big difference, especially with Elise's kit, where every rank, especially her Q, gives her just a little bit more in terms of percentage health shred. So building more and more penetration make her that much more potent.
Mega Firebomb going to try to take it away. It is the smite from Fiak. Going to be able to pick that blue buff away again. No blue buffs coming up to Jackie, and Jackie is a sad, sad panda at the moment. Can only poke in, but can't really do much else during a fight.
Alright, Haunter trying to do something for his team, picking up a second turret of the game. Smite is forced out by Heaven Time just to try to keep the wave safe, using Smite on the cannon minion, because those are generally the tankiest minions besides super minions. So by removing that, it allows for a much safer and faster wave clear, delaying this tier 2 tower push for the time being. Haunter teleport is still down for about another 2.5 minutes, but he's back. He had to go for those home guards because this even though it's a tier 2 turret, this is now when you pick it up, because Lyon have so much pressure on these towers. If you take a look, Law Pro, they're being forced to ward the inner parts of their own jungle, whereas Lyon, take a look at their jungle. It's black. They don't care.
Yeah, they had no ward pressure at all, and hopefully this time Lyon will try to clear it out before making decisive decisions to actually engage in. Also, as well, teleport being down, they know that because, well, it is that fight that both Porky and Haunter were actually participating in the last battle. So we'll see how Lopro want to play this one out. They're playing defensively. How can they dig themselves out of their own base and try to like get somewhere on the map at the moment?
Well, the strength that they had last game, they were kind of in a similar situation. The only thing is, LOD and Nijaki were able to farm like absolute monsters. I mean, at the 20-minute mark, around this time, Nijaki had like 240 farm. LOD was closing in like 210, 215. If you take a look, drastic differences right now. Seiya, even while pushing, managed to pick up 183 farm, 2 kills, 6 assists. And his counterpart on Tristana only had 120. Infinity Edge just being completed in a game like this, where every little bit of gold matters. Infinity Edge at this point in time is not going to be anywhere near the strength of having it at, let's say, 14, 15 minutes, where you generally would see it.
Yeah, and if LOD can keep it up right now, I mean, he has to farm out, and that's something that Jackie wants to do at the moment as well. So we'll see if LD can get his own lane and farm up his items because it's really necessary at the moment. Or Tristana isn't the strongest at the moment as well until she gets that zeal, gets into a last whisper per se, going to that Chaos season 1, season 2 build of that Tristana. Porky over there at top with Haunter, just farming up the double golems together. Not a problem being enemies, but being friends at the moment. So yeah, now gonna go poke at the tower, gonna hit onto LOD. Great combo coming in, and LOD gonna be taken down pretty low. LOH slash Volpelli had to think that one out. And again, Volpro neglecting on the tower defense. Great job by Lyon picking
I
that
think
TP tower down.
Haunter might be looking for opportunity to use his teleport and unstoppable force, but Porky, take a look. I think he's saving. No, he actually blew his Ruthless Predator cooldown. So once that stun is used on Renekton, that's kind of the point for Enough to try to teleport and ult in, but too little too late. Lyon diving in already.
A double kill coming out from Jackie, no problem. Now Saya gonna be caught in. LOH gonna get the stun down. Oh, Harry gonna be backed away from the buster shot, but still gonna die right on. LOD is gonna be taken down right quickly. The LOH now in a lot of trouble. They're gonna get poked out. It's Saya off on the side, gonna pick it up from the Piltover Pacemaker. No shot, no kill. And Uri gonna be able to pick up that one as well. There was no response from the teleport. Unfortunately, got denied as well. So Malphite gonna be taking that one down. J4 and Malphite going to rotate back in. Haunter's going to hit in, gets the unstoppable force, but not enough damage. Uri's still alive off of that one. Now Sayo's just poking in onto Haunter. We do have the dragon, Dragon now. And now Uri going to go chase over. Going to have the Valor go in. Keeper's going on to Heaven Time and Haunter. Haunter taking so much damage, but the shutdown going to be onto Haunter. Going to try to finish this one up. Saya picking up one. Should back away for the second one, and he finally is going to back away from the aggression. Great job by Volpro trying to defend out, but some enormous job coming out from Lyon, especially Porky at top.
Alright, so Yuri finally got his hands on those 3 kills he was waiting on. So, at this point in time, 8,000 gold and change in favor of Lyon Gaming. And look at that, this red buff. He was sitting there, he was all lonely. LOD actually managed to snag it away. This could be tricky for Porky.
Yeah, Porky has to jump over the wall, no problem, and he does. Gonna aggro Baron as well, so that's a lot of damage coming in. Jackie does have the Mega Firm Bomb gonna be up, but not gonna use the launch. And we did see the dragon go down for Lyon. Gonna pick up the 3rd dragon of the game at about 23 minutes in.
Alright, so I'd say Lyon Gaming are in a pretty good situation considering they were diving between 2 towers, it seemed like, in the bottom lane. And still managed to pick up that inhibitor turret. Inhibitor is exposed, not down as of yet. Lolpro finally, after a good 17 minutes, picking up their 2nd blue buff of the game.
Being denied so early, Theak doing a magical job counter juggling the blue buff away. Now Jackie gonna have that one back, gonna be able to defend the turrets really easily. Ace and Hole gonna poke in. Jackie already half down. Holy crap, is right. Damage is just coloring from Saya right now. 518 with the BT, picking up another BF item on top of Blast Whisper.
That's the legless build for you. You get a nice surge for AD, static shiv for wave clear, as well as a little bit of crit strike and attack speed. And Blast Whisper on top of that, ability is going to deal so much damage. As we saw, Nightjack used the Seraph's Embrace, but it was just too late. Taking out, I believe it was a little bit more than half his health. Put the Ace in the hole, dealing somewhere to the tune of 1,000 damage right now, and it's only at rank 2.
That's going to be a lot of damage. Well, we do see Haunter actually split pushing, getting that tower over at bottom. Working on take it up. Oh, Theak is going to get a lot of damage. Going to try to get the engagement. Great trap and great damage coming out from the unstoppable force. Great job by the ring gauge coming out from Volpro, but can they finish up? It's going to be 1. Haunter's going to pick out the first kill. Low Pally is really low, but everybody else is blind. Just going to try to back away. Porky going to get chased down, and he gets the slow off. This toss is going to be enough, but LOD taking up another. Got the reset. Going to go in and not going to be able to pick one out. Meanwhile, over in the backline, Nerzul picked up 1 off of Low Pally.
I was laughing a little bit. Nerzul kind of hid in a bush, waiting for the rest of Lolpro to duck out. It's like, oh, I have a low Annie here. Let's pick up a cheeky little kill. So that's exactly what he did, but now Baron's exposed, but I don't know if they're going to be able to actually complete this objective.
I'm pretty sure they have enough damage. They just have to have the security. 3 members of Lyon just all around. waiting and willing to try to go for this dive. Hanser going to go in. We're going to see Hanser going to be trying to get this one off of the team. It is the Baron going to be smited a little early, but Jackie's still going to be keeping that one for themselves. Porky not going to be caught in between. And it's going to get picked off as well. Baron going down for Lopro, and they needed that Baron to really come back into this one. Still being down a lot of gold, but now picking up Baron, going to have that pushing power that they need to keep going.
Alright, so now LOL Pro, they've actually, even though, if you take a look at the scoreboard, technically they're sitting on a 6 to 7,000 gold deficit with that Baron buff on all 5 members. It's going to close that gap tremendously. At the same time, a huge surge of confidence as well. Confidence can go a long way in terms of fighting. And that's pretty much coming down to the sheer ability of LOL Pro being able to stack so much armor going against the likes of Riven and Renekton. We can see that Thyak on Elise only picking up 1 penetration item thus far, so the damage on that champion is going to be significantly reduced. He does have 2 components to a Haunting Guise, but it may just be too little too late in terms of raw penetration, because now we have tremendous levels of health. So even though a Q or 2 out of Elise might do a little bit of chunking, the Baron buff on LOL Pro is just going to regen that up right away.
And especially Thyak in the last game kind of went in the same boat. He had somewhat similar lead, actually gave it to Say a little bit more, but had the Locket Iron Solaris Spirit of Ancient Gold in, and the only damage item he had was Haunting Guys. It's kind of his go-to build, and unfortunately, it's not really working out for him at the moment. There's a little cut off from the team, from the mines. We do have Porky and Seiya trying to hold it up over at the tier 2 turret.
Oh, I gotta say, the thing holding Lyon Gaming together right now is Seiya. He is a pretty big beast right now. 263 farm, 5 kills, 8 assists. Bloodthirster, Static Shiv, Last Whisper, another BF sword in his pocket. As long as he can keep him protected, I can easily see Lyon Gaming taking this game.
If they can keep it up, that's going to be the big thing. Seiya is just to try to poke away whatever he can. But as the levels go up, LOD, the unknown Tristana, keep on poking a lot of damage, and especially at level 18, at 7 to 18 range is going to come into play. Going to be at scaling the range of Seiya.
So now LOL Pro, they're starting to play the slow game and starting to slow push these towers, and this is exactly the situation Lyon Gaming was in last time. They're trying to feed off the mistakes of LOL Pro, but in turn LOL Pro getting comfortable and trying to return the favor.
Could be able to take out the tier 2, now they're going to start up the damage. Heaven Time, yet again spinning off on the team, does not want to do that one. We do have Hanser just taking it up, no problem. A lot of things happening for LOL Pro. Can they keep on capitalizing with this Baron buff off on the side? It is doing some really good stuff for LOD, and Heaven Time just taking it up. We do see the tier 1, the inhibitor still getting pressed, and LOL Pro, they're keeping up the damage, and unfortunately, I don't know if Lyon can hold it, but they're going to try their best.
Alright, now what's the timer left on this Baron buff? It's got about 40 seconds to go. LOL Pro really need to do something with it. Try to bait out some mistake from Lyon Gaming. That's what Heaven Time was looking to do by tossing that Flagging Drag. He was hoping to bait out the likes of Crescendo so they can delay just a second and then re-engage onto Lyon Gaming. They know that they can't dive under these towers, at least not until they go down. Then they can make some semblance of a move, but they don't want to make any big risk like Lyon Gaming did back in LOL Pro's inhibitor turret area.
And Heaven Time going to get caught in. Thyak actually getting poked out. Kind of maybe wanted to go right in that one. There's also going to be the big key off on this next fight.
Echo Inferno Bomb is back up, by the way.
They are not going to be able to hold up to the inhibitor turret. And LOL Pro are going to be able to pick up one cleanly on the map. So great job by LOL Pro picking up the tier 2 turret, picking up the inhibitor turret as well. Just backing away, buying some gold, and with Baron buff gone, they take their advantage. Unfortunately still down 5k gold, but still working in to the favor of Jackie. Just squaring that wave there, bro.
Yeah, time's a ticking right now. We do have Thyak completing that Haunting Guise finally, so he's going to be sitting on what my guess is going to be 30 Magic Pen. Yes, 30 Magic Pen. He also went very far down the offensive tree, so he does have the double penetration, 6 and 6% for armor and magic thanks to the Season 4 changes. So he will be somewhat effective, but at the same time, the armor stacking is really going to put a hindrance onto the likes of Eerie, Porky, and Seiya. Seiya has been pretty damn strong when he's trying to combo the likes of Low Pally or LOD down, but a double double dive comp between Haunter and Heaven Time, putting him in a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, they want to slam him down and welcome to jam their problem. And so yeah, he has to play it really safely and unfortunately carefully, and he wants to go aggressive. That's what Seiya does, even especially with Caitlyn just diving on and clean up the kills. But for the team of Lion, they don't have the tankiness, they don't have the real engage to clean up after a big engage coming out from Haunter and Heaven Time. So they're gonna have to force some plays. They're gonna try to get Haunter's teleport down. Overall, though, they can't really do much else off of that one. And Lion, they're just gonna be waiting out, trying to figure out next move, next play that they're gonna try to get to.
Haunter with a Thorn Mail, so his goal right now is to split push and then immediately dive on Seiya. And the whole point of diving on Seiya is like, alright, I'm in your face, that's gonna force you to make me your target. If you don't try to kill me, I will kill you. But with a Thorn Mail, it might be if you try to kill me, you're gonna kill yourself. So right now he's gonna be splitting this lane up. He's got a wave and a half right now with a cannon backing him up, but right now, Lion Gaming see this, and they're gonna try to make some move before Haunter can get back to his team.
There's a teleport coming in at mid, and they're gonna start that up yet again. They have to start up. Ner'zhul gonna get a great crescendo on Jackie, but Jackie's just going in. Seiya's gonna be pretty far away. Ner'zhul gonna be taken out right quickly from Heaven Time. Heaven Time's gonna get ignited, but Porky gonna be taken down as well. Unstoppable force damage coming out from LOD. You're gonna get one reset, but you're gonna go all in. You're gonna clean up one, but can't clean up the others. And LOD, Heaven Time, and Haunter. Wow, Seiya's taking down Heaven Time really quickly, but LOD and Haunter gonna be able to clean this one up, and I think they could possibly at least finish up the inhibitor turrets and the inhibitors.
Heaven Time, what a bro, going in to die, but before dying, tossing his Demacian Standard to give LOD a little bit of a boost of attack speed to make sure they clean up Seiya. And by doing that, the Demacian Standard is such a huge buff, especially for like Tristana, sitting on simply a Phantom Dancer, Infinity Edge, and a Last Whisper. Having that extra, I believe it's 20% attack speed from the Demacian Standard. 22, yep. So right around that 20% mark. That's exactly the item that Tristana needs. 3-item Tristana is now technically 4 items thanks to Heaven Time's Jarvan buff. Baron has returned back to the field. So LoL Pro, they gotta return very quickly or else this can be going in the hands of Lion.
Well, LOD has to stay now, no matter what. We do have Haunter, don't have that teleport, but does have home guard, so he can rush back in if need be. And now, with the wards being set in, they know where everyone is, and LOD is going to back away no problem. Really good play coming out from LOD, rapid fire as well. Big ups for that attack speed galore coming out from both Heaven Time's Master Standard and the Q ability coming out from the little Tristana. So a lot of attack speed, a lot of damage, and now getting up the Bilgewater Cutlass, building into a Blade of the Rune King, and any tanky champion, it does not matter. He will shred them down and kill them no problem.
Alright, so we actually have LOD going the route of a Blade of the Ruined King. I'll add to a little bit of his burst. Ace in the Hole coming out and deny Jackie, even with Cyrus Embrace, bringing him down to 60% health. That ability hurts. And it's a fairly short cooldown as well, just under a minute. So it should be back up by the end of the next engage that they have him. Piers, Haunter is looking for some semblance of an unstoppable force.
Well, he's gonna tank it up first. The Yak gonna try to do some stuff as well, but Haunter gonna get caught in. There's the crescendo coming out, but Haunter right back out. Unstoppable force. LOH gonna be the one picking up the first kill off of that one. Jackie gonna be faced up on the back line. Uri's gonna take it down low. Gonna be able to pick up one. And Uri actually staying out alive. Seiya's taking out some kills over as well. And backup coming out from Volpro because they didn't take care of the AD carry, and that is a big thing with Seiya being so strong.
I don't know if you saw it, but LOD peeled Renekton and Elise off himself with one buster shot, knocking both of them over that blue buff wall. As we see, Baron does go in the hands of Lion Gaming, and they could potentially make a huge push. Not quite close out the game, but I foresee 2, maybe 3 towers going down in the next couple minutes.
I can believe in that one, and we'll see if you guys believe it in the chat room as well. I was looking over on Twitter and everybody else off the hashtag ALCS. A lot of Lion believers off on this match. They are down 1 game at the moment, but they might bring it back again, and we'll see a best of 3 happen for this second semifinal match of the night. Lion doing their thing, going to be able to pick up a Baron and still secure themselves a 6k gold lead but still feels like Mulford still has a stranglehold onto this game at the moment.
All right, so at the moment, it appears that All Pro has a little bit of a pause button. We see Theak checking to see if Dragon's up, finding out with that repel that it clearly is not. Third blue buff of the game going over All Pro 36 minutes in. Now Jackie's going to be very thankful for that one because, as we've seen, he loves spamming that Mega Inferno Bomb around the map. At this point in time, though, no big creep waves for him to clean up, but he did manage to make a big surge in farm in the last 10 minutes or so. I mean, go back like 10-15 minutes ago, he was sitting on about 120. Now 286. Where did that come from?
Mega Inferno Bomb being a bro, and probably the blue buffs being very helpful to clean up waves. But yeah, again, Jackie just gets all the skulls from where he pleases, and it might be a little bit of Santa Curse or coming into play, or Santa Vicious right coming into play, giving them a little bit more gold than necessary. Jackie rocking in that death cap, has the Seraph's Embrace already built up as well. And with the Thieves of Holy Grail, I think he's going to be building up the same build with the Void Staff. We do have the Dragon going to be picked up from Lyon. Fourth Dragon for them in this game.
Yeah, they've had huge Dragon control, been doing pretty well in tower pushing. The biggest issue, though, is the fight initiations and not really appealing for their carries. Yuri, Thyak, Porky tend to just dive on in. Nezreal using the Crescendo to be offensive, not so much defensive. And when you're going up against a team that has two pretty tanky divers that can also put out a significant amount of damage, you need to make sure that you keep that AD carry protected.
Definitely, and we'll see if Sayakan can't stay protected for this one. Gonna be pushing it in with the Baron buff. Nezreal doesn't not having that one, unfortunately. Ace in the hole gonna be popped out, and LOH actually taking that blow. LOD goes back away as well. I don't know if they want to actually engage upon this. Thea taking pretty low. But Porky, everybody else, they're healthy. They have the Crescendo up. They have the engagement tools. Are they actually going to engage upon that though?
Lyon, what they need to do, I saw some great play from them last night. They were huge. I mean, they had one game where it was an absolute stomp. We're like, oh wow, the Latin scene is here, and they're making a statement. If they can just readjust their heads and realize, all right, if we can just play a little bit more defensive, draw out the fight a little bit longer so we can get more headshot procs out of Seiya, we can easily take these fights.
So they're going to start up Unstoppable Force going on the three members, Nezreal and Seiya in the back line, just poking in the damage. Porky going to get one. Ari going to pick up the other one. Seiya's just going on the Haunter. Haunter going to try to tank it up, but I don't think it's going to be enough. LOD going to get protected out though, but it's Ace in the hole. Sniping that one down. Haunter might have disconnected.
I think he was simply trolling his teammate. He just backed out and let that shot go through.
Yeah, that's unfortunate over there. Seiya with the GA is going to be able to clean this one up. I think we're going to get best of three actually happening on. Also going to get tanked in, going to get tanked out. Seiya going to pick up one. Kevin Time going to be taking down one, but Seiya going to be picked up. It's actually going to be Theak with the end kill. Great job by them. 25-19 on the kill score. And Lyon Gaming in game number 2.
Nezreal did exactly what I was talking about. He waited for the Flag and Drag and the Unstoppable Force to be used by Haunter and Heaven Time, and then immediately that Crescendo went down.